I'm trying to root for Shannon in this moment, but then I get another bullet in terms of ammunition that I didn't like for this moment. You've been having problems with Skip and taking the high road. You've been having problems with Skip. He disrespected you, your words or the world's words, whatever. And you took the high road. I get it, it's your gig. I get it, it's your job. And then Skip interrupts your monologue and you just want to move on. Move on, Jenny. Move on. Whoever. Move on. Right? But in this moment, and this ain't the dude that's just 6 inches away from you that you see every day, and you can easily put him back in his place or check him or set the tone so therefore there won't be any more disrespect. Come at Skip like that. But you come at Dylan Brooks, who's walking away, and then Aquaman shows up, all 7 foot of his ass, and Steven Adams wanted some smoke. Not all the smoke, not Matt and he didn't want all the Matt smoke. He didn't want all the Steven Jackson smoke, but he wanted something because that one security guard took some of it. That one security guard, he was out there Bruce Smith and that dude. And then it's like, all right, now we got it. And then next thing you know, you fighting Ja Morant's dad, like verbally, I'm saying. Y'all yelling at each other, even though y'all made amends and y'all, hooked up after and talked it out and all good. I get it. But in that moment, that wasn't what was happening. That was going down. And Ja Morant's dad, what's his name? T. Morant? T. Morant looked younger than Ja Morant. Like, I think Ja older than his daddy. You remember that? You remember Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood? I can't believe I always remember that. I can't remember Dylan Brooks or who's on All the Smoke, but I can remember that. Yeah, and the dude, so funny. His son was older than him. That's T. Morant and Ja Morant. Like, T. Morant is actually younger than Ja Morant. Let's just get that out the way. But all that happened, then you get escorted to the locker room, to the tunnel, calms down, you come back. It was a lot of WWE. Who really wanted smoke? And then he gave the interview saying he wanted smoke. And I'm like, he probably did. He probably did, because them looks, them James Evans looks he was giving from Good Times, them gangster, them doughboy Ice Cube curled up eyebrow looks, he wanted it. But why? Like, what was offended? Okay, you can say your pride or you don't talk to me like that. Skip did. Skip does. I'm sure thousands of people on Twitter and social do, because you're Shannon Sharpe. You're Unc. You're big time. And I just felt like that was a moment that just didn't feel authentic. And I'm coming off as a hater because I actually like the moment. Like, it's weird. I love, like everybody, no one roots for a car crash. No one roots for watching the train collide. But we all watch, right? So I watched that thousands of times. It felt like amazing. Go get him, Shannon. Show him this football different than that basketball. Get a foul right now, right? I want you to get a flagrant 2 on the sideline. You imagine they give Shannon a flagrant 2. But my thing was, but how did we get here? We got here because you wanted to be there on that court side to prop up LeBron, to instigate some stuff and let them boys know you ain't backing down, right? Okay. But that could be enough. That's good. You did your part. But then wanting to fight them? Goes back to them earlier episodes. Like, how much of this is really contrived and how much of this is just, this is what it is? Because these shows, they already acting up on the show. And I'm like, check Skip if you're going to check Dylan Brooks. But that's your boy. But check them respectfully, both of them, if you're going to do it. But these shows is like bleeding out, and the circus is growing. Like, it's traveling. It's a traveling circus. We're going to games now and actually getting into it with players. And if that was a normal fan, and when I say normal, I just mean you're not famous, because we're all on the same level. But I mean, you ain't famous, you ain't Unc, and you pull that stunt, can't be your lover. I don't think you be in Crypto.com arena, which is a dumb name, ever again. Like, you escorted home and stay home, house arrest, never coming to a game again. So really interesting when I saw that. And then obviously you see the reactions and people I know reacting. Whitlock, my dog, reacting. Whitlock said this is something what fame does to you. Basically, his summation was like, fame's a drug. I asked y'all, is fame a drug? Half of y'all like, fool, I ain't famous, so I don't know what it is. Um, Fame is something. It is intoxicating. It must be a drug. It must be, because it doesn't always change your behavior towards the negative and make you just start stunting too much and flossing too much. But what fame does is makes you conscious of yourself way more than you were when you weren't famous. So if I go to the mall and I'm not famous, I don't call myself famous, but I do get recognized all the time. So I am famous light. I'm a CD list somebody. I ain't an F list, forget y'all. But I'm a CD list something, right? People know me. And I go to the mall, and it's so weird. I'll be walking around the mall, and I see a group of kids or a group of young adults, like my demographic. Like I know they like ball or they're going to come talk to me. And immediately I get my defenses up, or my persona comes out, or I'm just thinking like they about to come to me. Versus when I wasn't famous, when I was 17, walking through Fox Hills Mall, man, I ain't think about nobody except pretty girls. I was looking for them. And then now it flipped. Like I'm looking for people who are looking for me. Weird, right? That's fame. So Whitlock basically was saying that Shannon's in some kind of like fame loop right now, like really trying to pop off. And I thought that was interesting, because with the traveling circus, what we say on air is going to come out. Like I love my Clippers, Clip City, Chip City all day. But at the same time, I don't ride and cross lines in violation and then stand on it like, yeah, that's right. I don't back down to nobody. But it's like, you may not back down, but why'd you stand up? Why'd you have to do all that? It reminds me of the time I got kicked out of a Lakers game because I'm a Clippers fan. Now, the reason I got kicked out of the Lakers game is because the Lakers actually gave me tickets. Yep. They gave me courtside, like row A, I guess they call it. So courtside is obviously your feet are on the wood, right? Nike's on the wood. But I was that row behind them. See, this is going to help y'all with this story too, let you know why I acted up. I ain't got courtside. Let me stop. But no, great seats. Come on, I'm in the second row of the whole damn arena. Stop playing. And they're free? Yeah, because I was doing radio with Max, ESPN radio. So Max didn't like to hang out too tough. He liked to just go straight home to the crib. I lived at the Ritz-Carlton at that time. So I used to live right across the street. So yeah, I used to hang a little more because I was right across the street. Work was downstairs. Staples Center at the time was across the street. Nothing to me, right? Anyway, they give me tickets. I forget who I go with. That's a damn shame. I probably went by myself. So I'm in there, and I got on a Clippers jacket. Strike one. Not because you can't. It's a Clippers-Lakers game, right? But it's Lakers seats. But I'm like, they do know I'm a Clippers fan, and that's why they gave me the seats. I was like, are they trying to convert me? Boy, they don't know me. They don't know how I roll if they trying to convert me. That shit ain't happening. So I'm stubborn, y'all. I'm stubborn. So I'm sitting there, and I remember, you can still see this guy. He goes to the games all the time. He looks like a mini Steven Adams, kind of like. You'll see him. He's like mid behind, maybe scorer's table, like between the benches, something. But basically, he's a mini Steven Adams, and he always got signs and stuff. Anyway, we're going back and forth, having fun. I'm having fun. You know me, I ain't about to get mad at nothing, especially when I got that drink in my hand and this popcorn and that hot dog. I'm good. And dude, just going back and forth. I probably did the Clippers one again. You know, we kill the Lakers. That's one thing I know about my Clippers. We may not win a championship, but we gonna beat the Lakers, right? So I think halftime goes, and then I start feeling like the eyes on me. You know, the ladies clutching mother's pearls look. You know what I'm saying? And the Lakers crowd is old compared to the Clippers crowd. Like Clippers crowd, you might see some 7-year-olds that drove up there. Like, you go to a Laker game, and that old ass organ. Oh, my medic alert. Like old people. And just young Hollywood stunting, right? Not paying attention to the game when they get to the game in the second, third quarter. So anyway, halftime goes, you know, I'm standing up. We probably up 15. I'm doing my thing. I'm hyphy out there. I'm just laughing, doing what I do. Third quarter starts, and me and the guys still at it, but we can't go that much at it because they getting their ass smashed. And then all of a sudden, security comes to me. And security's like, oh, we speak to you for a minute. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, yeah, enjoy yourself. All's good. We're not, kicking you out or anything like that. But you're in the Lakers section. So, some people were just like, hey, who's this guy in the Lakers section? I was like, they don't know I'm famous. Let me stop. But I was like, yeah. They almost told me, calm your big ass down. This is not a Clippers game. We ain't that hype. And I was like, all right, I took it that way, even though it probably meant more than that. So anyway, game ends. I'm doing my thing, whatever, blah, 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 laughing. And I'm walking out. And nobody like giving me dap and props. And these are like executives from the Lakers and people I know. And I'm like, y'all ain't giving me no love. What's up? We just smashed y'all again. And then I get back to the station next day. And the general manager, the boss, comes to me. He was like, yeah, Marcellus, how's the game last night? And now I'm already, my spidey sense. I'm like, fool, you run a sports radio station, home of the Lakers, and we smashed them. So how was the game? It was great for me, not for your business and not for the Lakers. And he's like, yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I was like, man, you should have led with this. I hate when people do that lead-in question. I am not nice if you got a lead-in question. So then he's like, well, we got some emails from the Lakers, and they were really disturbed, saying how you were really supportive of the Clippers. I said, I'm a Clippers fan. And they were like, yeah, but they gave you the tickets, and I don't know, maybe under a false impression or something that either you wouldn't be that boisterous or rooting for your team or, just a little more. I don't think he said respect for the Lakers, but he was like, just understanding that it was a Lakers game and those are Lakers tickets given to you by the Lakers. And immediately I just went back home with it. I said, so they try to buy my love? They thought to give me some tickets going to make me more of a Laker fan? Get your ass out here. Never went to a Laker game since. Buy their tickets with their tickets. Need y'all tickets. One, I don't like going to Laker games. They boring. I love LeBron, though. I think he's the GOAT. But, nah, I ain't got no beef with the Lakers. I just love the Clippers. And you can't invite me to something to say, hey, don't love what you love. I love the Clippers. So y'all need to stop playing with me next time y'all invite me. And y'all need to stop playing with Shannon next time y'all invite him or let him in the building because he ain't playing.